everybody, thank you so much for watching, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you how I color my hair at home by myself using a at-home dyeing kit from the drugstore. And the one that I'm going to be using is the L'Oreal Paris Infinia Preference. And the reason why I was excited to be testing this out is because I've gotten my hair colored by L'Oreal professionals and I've been in a L'Oreal hair show, so I wanted to see if the at-home dyeing kits are any good. So I'm excited to be sharing this with you guys, and also some of the techniques that I've learned in the salon by just watching the hairstylist do my hair. So if you are a professional, please don't kill me if I do anything wrong. This is just, me experimenting, so I'm not a professional. If you want professional hair tips, please don't watch this video. But I'm basically just going to try it out. You can watch what I do and just see the end result. So I'm excited to be sharing this video with you guys. And just to give some background on my hair, I did color my hair, or I got it toned about 4 months ago, which was just before the winter time. And because it's heading more towards spring and summer here, I wanted something a little bit more bright and lifted and just something fresh. So prior to this, for the winter time, I had a little bit more of a golden dark blonde, which is really pretty for winter, but I want something new and something fresh. I'm going to keep with my balayage technique that I have already going. The reason why I absolutely love the balayage technique is because you can kind of get away with not going to the salon for a few months because you don't touch your roots at all. It's a very blended look. I haven't colored my hair for about 4 months and it still doesn't look bad. It still looks like a balayage. The blonde is just a little bit brassy to me. It's not as vibrant anymore. I don't have too much of a yellow undertone to my hair, but it is golden. And I just wanted something bright and fresh for summer. So first things first, I'm going to change out of this top. It is from Topshop, by the way, and I'm going to change into something that I don't mind getting ruined. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, as I mentioned, the color that I'm going to be using is called L'Oreal Paris Infinia Preference, and the shade is 10.21 Alaska. It's supposed to be a very light pearl blonde, and in the box you get a few things. Before we get started, I think I paid around 189 Rand for it. I will have all of the pricing up here if you are interested. It's a little bit more expensive than some of the other drugstore hair dyes in the drugstore, but I just really like this because of the color extender. The color extender is a pure concentrate of powerful color, which you do apply to your hair after 3 weeks, and every 3 weeks to kind of just lift your color and give it that day one color and shine. So that intrigued me a lot, and that's probably the reason why I chose this color, and also the actual color of the model on the box. I think it's so pretty. So in here, first you get a little manual. So this manual just shows you exactly what to do, what not to do. If everything else fails, read the instructions. So those are all of the instructions. I already read it. I know what to do anyway, but I'll just read it to you as we go along. And then the next thing is the gloves. So they give you a little bit of a protection for your hands. And then the next thing in here is your number 1. So what I really like about these kits, and I think most at-home drugstore kits do it, is they number the bottles. So 2 goes into 1, you use 3 as an extender, and then conditioner, it's all labeled and easy, so it's not rocket science. So number 1 is the gel colorant, and then number 2 is the developer cream, which looks like this, comes in a little squeezy tube. And then number 3 is the high shine conditioner. So once you've rinsed your hair, you will put conditioner on. And then number 4, as we mentioned, the extender, which we won't be using in this video. I'll only be using it after 3 weeks. So you guys won't see this obviously because my color will be fresh anyway. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. I will have my username up here so you can follow me. So I'll let you know after 3 weeks and kind of do like an Instagram live maybe. I don't know. We will see. Go give me a follow. So the first things first, I'm going to just divide my hair. I'm going to do it into sections. So I'm going to take a small section at the bottom and just clip the rest away. So I don't plan on using a lot of the product. I basically just want to lift the color and not completely color my hair a completely new color. So I chose only one box, so I just purchased one box instead of two. If you are planning to apply a little bit more color to your hair, or you have a little bit of a darker color, I would suggest getting two boxes if you have long and thick hair like I do. But I'm basically just going to give the hair a brush. And then I'll show you the first sections, and then I'll just speed the rest up and just not repeat everything. So I'm going to take a section at the back. So you want to wait until the very last minute before you mix the color and the developer, because I think it starts to go bad after a certain amount of time. So I've heard, but I'm not entirely sure. So here are the instructions, just to read it to you. Number one is cover your shoulders with a towel. I've got a shirt on, and wear your high quality gloves. The second step would be to pour number one into number two. So you need to pour the gel into the developer. Okay, so I'm going to close this up and then close this one. And then the next step would probably be to shake it. Let's see if I'm right. Replace applicator cap and shake until mixture is combined. So normally they say about 30 seconds. Okay, I feel it heating up, so that's a good sign. So next, we were supposed to do this in the beginning, but I'm just going to put my gloves on. It's weird that they give black gloves. You normally get like see-through ones. Okay, so you want to have your hair sectioned off already before you mix the color, because you don't want it to sit in this bottle for too long. You want it on your hair. So I've just divided this into two sections, and I'm probably going to divide this once more. Yes, that's about good. And then what I want to do is take this brush and just comb it back, kind of like teasing it, just a little bit there. This will give you the best blended look. I've seen them doing this in the salon so many times, so I wanted to just tease maybe twice. You can use a fine tooth comb, whatever you like. I don't want to use a fine tooth comb because I don't want too much hair pushing back, so I'm just using a normal smallish brush. I would like to use my GHD one, but I don't want to get anything on my GHD brush, so I'm just using this little old one. And then what I'm going to do is just twist this cap off and put a little bit of the product on my hand. So then you want to take the product and apply it to the bottom, and then what you do is you kind of blend it upwards. Okay, and then the next section you do the exact same. Okay, so that is layer number one. There's barely any product on my hair, but it will brighten it a little bit. So I'm going to take the second section and do the exact same thing. Okay, so most of my head is already done. It looks a little bit crazy, but for the front sections, you don't want to go as far up in the root. So I'm going to show you once more how I do it. So I just tease it. Ooh. Just brush it up, and then put the gloves back on. It's about a little less than half left. So I'll show you what I do with the rest of it at the end. So you do the exact same thing, it's just teasing a little bit back, applying most of the product to the ends, and then just blending it up with a little bit of pressure. So if you want a little bit more of a natural look, you would alternate the sections. So one section go up a little bit higher, the other section go a little bit lower. It's just, you know, balayage or balayage is a freehand technique. So you just paint on the hair where you want it, and just to give that fade effect. Okay, so this is how my hair would normally fall. So let me just do this little piece over here. Looks like I've already done it. So I'm not going to comb this one. I'm basically just going to do the ends. And then just brush it up a little bit. And then I'm just going to touch the pieces around my face, because there's already like product on the glove. So I'm just going to touch the pieces around my face very gently. Okay, so we've got about this much left. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I can wear my hair to the side and to the middle. So I'm going to do the middle part first and make sure okay, and then I'm flipping it over the side like that, and then doing the exact same. Okay, and then what I want to do is to separate the hair into two. And then we've got some product left, and what I want to do is just add it to the ends and work it up until midway. Okay, so now I'm going to clip this back and let it develop for about 30 minutes. Okay, so this is basically the finished result when my hair is wet. I just shampooed it, rinsed all of the color out and made sure that there's no color residue in my hair, and then I went in with the number 3 in this box, and it's called the L'Oreal Paris Preference High Shine Conditioner. Now this is a weekly treatment for 6 weeks, so you use this in place of your conditioner once a week. I wash my hair once a week, so I'll only use this conditioner for the next 6 weeks. It smells amazing, you guys. It smells like grapefruit, and it doesn't smell like your traditional hair dye conditioners, which smells so bad, by the way, but this smells so good. My hair doesn't smell like dye, and that is probably the main thing that I hate, is a few days after you've dyed your hair, that smell. It just smells like grapefruits, and it just smells so good. So I use this straight after shampooing my hair, and this color extender that we got, which is number 4 in the box, it is a color extender that you use 3 weeks after your treatment. So you basically just use this as a bump up to get back some of the shine that you've lost and all that. So I'm not going to be using this now. I'll only be using it in about 3 weeks. So I'll update you on Instagram regarding this. But that is basically the entire video. I'm just going to dry my hair. I'm not going to show you how I do that. I do have a separate video on how I do my everyday blowout. So I'll just show you guys the end result. But let me just blow dry my hair quickly. So this is the finished result. I hope you guys like the way it turned out. I certainly do, and I certainly give this little kit a thumbs up. Although it doesn't give the exact color payoff than the box or the picture on the box, but that's okay. It's really pretty, and the brightening effect that I wanted is there. It would have been really nice if I got this exact color, but to be honest, I didn't use the entire container of the color or the dye, so that's kind of the reason why. And also on the box it says if you have long and thick hair, it's recommended that you use 2 boxes. So I only used 1, not even a full one, and my color still looks really pretty, so I give that little kit a thumbs up. If you like this video, I would like for you to give me a thumbs up, and if you are not subscribed yet, you can click this little picture over here and you will form part of the YouTube family, and I'm so excited to have you. And then until next time, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.